I repeat, we're talking of a partial mobilization only. Only people in the military reserve will be drafted. The priority will be on people who served in the armed forces, who have military specialization and experience. Those drafted before being sent to the places of service will have mandatory additional training, relying on experience gained during the special military operation. The decree on partial mobilization has been signed.
Well, the Russian president also issued this blunt warning.
I want to remind those who allow themselves such statements about Russia that our country also has a variety of weapons of destruction. And if the territorial integrity of our country is threatened, we will, without question, use all the means at our disposal to protect Russia and our people. This is not a bluff.
Our Russia editor Steve Rosenberg, who's in Moscow, has more.
What we heard, first of all, from the Russian president was an admission that things haven't been going that well in Ukraine. Until today, the official message from the Kremlin to the people here has been that everything is going according to plan with this special military operation. Well, it clearly isn't. If the Russian president is now declaring a partial mobilization and calling up potentially 300,000 military reservists, things haven't been going according to plan. But did he say to the Russian people, sorry, this was our mistake, we got it wrong? Of course he didn't. Vladimir Putin did what he does so often. He turned attention to the West and blamed the West and accused the West of wanting Russia's destruction, wanting the disintegration of Russia, blamed everything on the collective West, as he put it. So that was the admission. And then, of course, we got the threat. And he made it very clear. He said Russia would use all its means at its disposal to defend Russia if its territorial integrity was threatened. Now, what's that all about? Well, in a few days' time, we've got these so-called referendums coming up in Russian-occupied areas, territories of Ukraine. And everybody expects that once the votes are counted, with the Kremlin counting the votes, these territories will have voted to join Russia. And I think what Putin is saying today is sending a very clear message to Ukraine and to the West that once these territories have been annexed by Russia, if you try to attack them or if you try to take these areas back, then Russia will respond with force. And he said, this is no bluff. And he had at the end this other threat. Those who try to blackmail us with nuclear weapons should know the prevailing winds can turn in their direction. That is a message to the West that Russia has nuclear weapons and, he claims, I think, will be prepared to use them.